Man, it's your boy TJTheRealist back at it again with another video. And right now we got Pat McAfee, who is not apologizing over the Donald Trump situation that happened, I think, about 30 hours ago, to be exact, at the time that I'm recording this video, right? So, of course, people are pissed off because, he talked to Donald Trump, had him on the show. And I keep trying to tell y'all that DTS is a real thing. My bad. TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, right? If you say anything positive about Donald Trump, certain people will just lose their fucking mind. They'll get mad, they'll want to argue, whatever it is. It's weird. It's very weird, but it's like a social phenomenon. People that have TDS, it's just like a mental block. It's like they got a chip in their brain, so where if somebody says anything good about Trump, I'm just gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose all common sense. I'm gonna lose all logic. I'm gonna just turn into a complete fucking idiot. But we're gonna see what Pat McAfee has to say about this.
There's a lot of people very, very mad right now, and I understand that, but I think you should turn your focus on like, hey, the head person of our military stopped by to spotlight Veterans Day so that maybe we can give a little bit more love to the people that serve this country. So, that is kind of a balance that we are always trying to do. And I saw a lot of people say like, did you get permission to do that? Enough. Okay, I'm an adult who owns my company.
What does that mean? What does it even mean? I don't understand the question.
Exactly. I saw a lot of people like, hey, whoever gave permission to do this, it's like,
Who are you asking permission?
I don't even know how that would work. I don't even know how that. Hey, I was wondering with my show that I own, that I control full credit, if you I don't even know how that would work. Honestly, I try to be a good partner. Obviously, they're licensing our show, just like the NFL is trying to be a good partner. NBA is trying to be a good partner. Inside the NBA is trying to be a good partner. Whenever somebody licenses your show, you're trying to be a good partner, obviously, and you're trying to provide good content. You would like to have success so that they have success, so we have success. But just like whoever let this happen, it's like fucking enough of that. Okay, let's get to a break. On the other side, Stanford Steve will be joining us to chit chat.
All right, y'all could watch the full episode. I'll put the link in the in the comment section. But yeah, you have to be unapologetic about stuff like this. Like, you cannot hold back, because the people on the left, they won't hold back. So why should you have to hold back? If people could say fuck Trump and we hate Donald Trump, if they could unapologetically say that, then why is it an issue when you unapologetically support Trump? Everybody has the right to opinion. Everybody has the right to do what they want to do. So if you support him, cool. If you don't support him, cool. But at the end of the day, you should not point the finger at the other person because they think differently than you. You know what I mean? And that's why I say that this is stupid. So what I like about Pat McAfee, he's not apologizing, he's not backing down. He's standing on business. And for those of y'all that don't know, I'm a veteran. I just got out the military in June. I was in the Army for 8 years. You know what I mean? I'm a veteran, and I appreciate this. I speak for the majority of veterans. We appreciate Veterans Day, of course. We put in the work, we put in the time, we made the sacrifices, we served the country. Like, it's nice to get recognized. You know what I mean? And to have our president recognize us, thank you. We appreciate it. So yeah, people are stupid. There's no other way to put it. There is no logic behind it. People are just stupid. You know what I mean? If you hate somebody, if just the very sight of a man, or just the sound of a man's name, which is Trump, if that makes you lose your mind, you need to seek therapy or some type of psychotic training. You know what I mean? Because it's just ridiculous. Like, you can't even have a regular conversation with people that have TDS because they just refuse to listen to you. They will not understand your points. They will not comprehend anything you say. It's weird. It's weird. You know what I mean? So I appreciate Pat McAfee for being unapologetic. A lot of people, they think how they think. Like, they might figure that, we think Pat McAfee is racist and he doesn't like black people. The same thing that anybody that associates with Trump, they're going to think you're racist and, all the other dumb stuff. It's just stupid. And y'all have to call it that. You know what I mean? There is no logic with these people. There is no talking to these people. Just call it what it is. It's stupid. It's idiotic. It's illogical. You know what I mean? And just call it what it is. Like, stop trying to reason with the unreasonable. And I tell people that all the time. Stop trying to reason with the unreasonable, because now you're going to be unreasonable. You know what I mean? Now you're an idiot because you're trying to reason with an idiot. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it, man. Shout out to Pat McAfee. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. We have to continue being this way. We have to continue being unapologetic, just like they're unapologetic. You know what I mean? You gotta feed them the energy that they feed us. You know what I mean? And then I'm not saying start fights and a war. I'm not saying do things like that. But just like they could proudly say fuck Trump, you gotta proudly say I fuck with Trump. You know what I mean? Like you got to give that same energy. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. It's your boy TJTheRealist. Y'all hit the notification bell. Y'all see my little tag down there. Yeah, y'all do that. Hit the Twitter, hit the Instagram, hit the TikTok. We're gonna keep it going, man. Appreciate y'all. Love and blessings to everybody. New videos coming soon.